Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 22. Firstly, I want to thank Giants for sending me an early release version of this, so we can have a look around it. Not done any sort of first looks or anything on this, we're just coming straight in on a Let's Play on the French map, the one I'm going to struggle to pronounce the name of, so not going to try it at the moment. We're in where the farm would be, but on farm manager mode we've got nothing at the moment other than the money. But we'll be setting up in this area, which is pretty much what this first video is going to be about. Now, for those who've always moaned that the traffic is slow, you're going to be very careful on here, because you'll soon get mown down by one. So we'll set up in here, see what we can do. Money's not going to be restricted with what we're doing in this particular series. So it's taken me a long while to map the keys on here. Some I still haven't probably got right, so we may get a few interesting key binding situations up here. So left shift and P to get into the build menu. Start with the farmhouse, we'll put that exactly where it should be really. I'm not going to bother moving that around. So you use the mouse this time. But we need to own the land first, of course. Should be handy if I hadn't forgotten that bit. So just get out that a second. Get into here. Into here. Find ourselves down here. Farmland. Just buy those ones to start with. And go back to the build menu and try again. So farmhouse, pop that down there. Now we've just got to make it look right as well as we're doing this. So you see under the landscaping now we've got options to put trees and plants. And under decoration we've got our fences and hedgerows. So I'll try and get the house looking like it should be there. So we're putting ourselves some hedges around it. Corners are a bit sharp at the minute with the hedges. Sometimes you sort of fill them in. I have been playing with this to try and get it sorted, but it's not working according to plan all the time with them. So trees we can just pop down. If you overlap they disappear. Go back to hedges again. Come all the way down there. There's the farmhouse screened off. As you can see the corners aren't quite right. It's easy just to put rounded corners on them when you do that. Buildings, we've got plenty to choose from in the way of barns this time, as you can see. So we can build them pretty much how we want. So some of them are pretty large. See different styles of them, solar panels on the roof. Just make sure we get them in the right place. one there. Plenty of silos to choose from this time as well. Proper grain silos. I think we'll just go for a pretty standard one. Fairly small, these ones. Pop that down beside the road. And all we do is come into the landscaping. We can paint some stuff down around them. It tells you in the corner there what we're doing. Like so. Just tidy them up a bit. It's nice that we can now do the trees and everything from the menu here. Change that to round. Doesn't look so rigid then. Obviously we're in August at the moment, so there's some things we aren't going to be able to do yet. Like planting of the grapevines, etc. Just come around the front and paint that out as well. So getting this mixture of textures everywhere. Not really looked too far around the maps yet. Kind of do that as we go through, I think. I thought just better to go on and make a start and see what we can actually do with the game as opposed to look at what's in it in a video. Got all our animal pens in there. I think we've got enough there with the that one. Tools, as usual. Bit of a tired workshop, that one. See what else we've got in here. Weighing station, methane station, charging. So we have only got the one workshop, which will pop down over this side. Weather station, as it improves forecast, well, we'd better have one of them. To say money no object, we'll just add some in, and the obligatory pressure washer. Animals we'll get onto as well as soon as we've got everything put together here. Just see if you can go around it, you don't get the sharp corners. Just come all the way down. do like the fact we've got the hedges now. Just means you can make it look a little bit more natural than you could with the vanilla game in 19. Full range of trees in there. So got our big oaks. Just to sort of screen things off a bit. Occasionally you'll find it'll shoot off as you're doing this. Obviously, if you want to take them down, you've got the demolish one there. Having spent this time building it, we're not then going to knock it down again. So you will find you have to keep changing shapes currently. Just while we get used to everything. And get back down to ground level now. You can see what we've done. I've not messed around with any graphics settings as yet. So as we come into it. So there's our farmyard. We got that filled at the moment, and that one. So we've now got our farmyard set up, so it's time to look at some machinery. We'll start with just some basics at the moment, so we'll start with the tractor. You managed to hit the right button. And as we go through these, this will be when we now start to look at what we've got. So small tractors in here, a couple of vineyard options with the Landini and the Fendt. Good choice for Massey Ferguson in the small tractor range. Maintained the Fendt 500. We've gained Steyr 8150 in there. We've still got the Class tractor as well. Medium is going to be a good starting point for us. Again, plenty of Massey to choose from. 6700, 3670 being one of the older ones. 7810, one they've kept quite a little bit, 4755. We've also got the Vultra Valmet in there. So we go on to that one. So 8750. The only thing I would say with this, it would have been nice if we could have gone through the range of these with the other 8000 series tractors to change the horsepower. And also we've got a tyre choice with Trelleborgs. Two options of wides in there. Narrows, which actually look sensible. Rear twins. So we've actually got sensible narrow tyres this time. Michelin's again, standard, wide, wide 2. Sensible narrow tyres again. And twin wheel options. Continental tyres. So only one wide option. Twin options. Mitas tyres. Plenty of in-game tyre choice. BKTs. Starting to feel like one of Dino's mods from 19 here. Knocking tires. Back to Trelleborg, which will go for wide 2 in. Main colour. That was a very popular colour for that. Not too dissimilar to the one I used to have. On the first, in fact, the first newest tractor I drove was a 8100. So I haven't always disliked them. Number plate options. So we can change them around as you see, but it's limited to 2 types really. So all I've been doing with them is messing around, because we can't really make a UK spec one out of them from what I can see with space between things. Just go in with the something a bit. Oh, we turn the plate off as other choice. Otherwise, you can see how we can do it. All I was doing was just putting that in if we did want them. So front and back, back only on no plate. I know no plate is going to be a very common selection there. And we've got our first tractor there. Which we're obviously going to need weights and that for, which will be as far as we get with this particular video. It is strange going back into the game with very few mods again. See, no shortage of weights. And we know very well there'll be a lot coming mod wise with weights, I would imagine. We'll go with that one. No colour options, unfortunately. We just get one machine out of here for now to take back with us. So a bit thin on the ground with some implements currently. So we've got Pottinger Plough, Agromass, Kverneland Ecomat, a Lemken and Kverneland. We're missing obviously the Kverneland with the Packermat, which would have been nice to see carried over. But nonetheless, it's a start. We'll have the Ecomat for now. Even if our horsepower is different, it's one machine. And remember, if you've got manual gearbox turned on, you need to at least use it. Have got force feedback now, which is interesting. Got more natural hitching sounds as well. There's a reason I picked this tractor really, is I know it's got a lot of gears on it. It is working with the shifter as well. I'm using the Logitech setup. Everything nicely hitched up there with dynamic hoses on. Back into forwards. Change up into medium, then high, put it down to first. Decent sounds to the tractors, everything I've looked at so far anyway. we go. So we're going back to 1997 when I used to drive one of the older Vulture helmets. So go back a little way. You may hear the steering wheel knocking in my hands. So far I'm liking everything I'm seeing though. Very, very nice models in here. One thing I have noticed, to go up a gear in reverse is the same way as you change down the gear going forwards. So there's one little thing I've picked up on. But not that it matters too much. But that's where I'm going to leave this first video for now. So I hope you enjoyed it. Join me again and we'll see what we're going to come up with for the next one. But for now I'm going to say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you again in the next one. Goodbye for now.